Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Well, hello people. In this opportunity and in this video, I want to share to you and talk about my interest to gunpla. Maybe a lot of people didn't know what is gunpla. So, in this opportunity, I want to introduce you first about gunpla. Okay, what is gunpla? Gunpla is the extension from Gundam plastic model. Gunpla is model from one serial movie called Gundam. Gundam in Japan is so famous until there is one model Gundam, giant model Gundam in one place in Japan. So a lot of people make the Gunpla for their hobby, as their hobby. They are loving Gundam as their hobby. So am I. I love Gundam as my hobby also. In the gunpla universe, there are a lot of model and tips and type in gunpla. There is the name of gunpla from Exia, Barbatos, so Astray and Wing. There are the names of gunpla. So also in gunpla there is the levels. This level distinguishes of complexity of each model. Okay, after this I'm going to explain you about the levels of gunpla. In the gunpla there is 6 levels from the beginner until expert level. The first level is SD, or we can call it super deformed. This Gundam model has a small size with the big head, that the intention of making the cute small shape, because of his shape is so small and it has a big head. It has a large armor part and not too many parts in there, because it is a first grade from these levels. Even the latest releases of SD Gundam didn't need for cutting tool for assembling this grade or this level. We can just release the part from its runner immediately with our hand. It has a few joints, so it is not opposable, just a few dynamic. In the back there is a more sticker than the HG or the next level. It has the bigger head than the body, pursue the caricature impression. The prices start from 60,000 until 200,000 rupiah. Okay, that was the first level or SD. So after this, the second level. The second level is HG or high grade. We can call it high grade because this is more higher grade than the first level. This gunpla is perfect for you who just know first time in assembling of gunpla, or for beginner like me, maybe for the first time person who making gunpla or assembling this gunpla. For beginner and newbie, this Gundam is perfect because the assembly is easy and not too much time for assembling this model. Usually the higher level is spending much time until 1 week or more when assembling it, because too many complicated in their parts. The parts are not too small, very simple and not a little articulation. This is make us easy for assembling this grade. Even though the latest releases of HG Gundam increase the quality and articulation and detail, but it is still easy for the beginner builder of Gundam. Sometimes there is the missing color in Gundam, so that we must paint it. So there is some different color within the different color. We can paint it with the largest sticker. Size of this model is between 13 until 15 centimeters. So this is consists 6 up to 9 runner. So the price is between 100,000 until 400,000 rupiah. And the next level is RG, or we call it real grade. This model has inner frame technology called advanced NMS joint, which has peak level articulation in this model. It can be called that is PG in 144 level, in 144 size, because the PG or perfect grade on the highest level is same the articulation with this model, but the size is more bigger. It has very many small parts because it has the detail armor level. There is no missing color in this model. This model almost same with the MG because they have the inner frame, but the difference between the MG and RG is in the scale. If the RG have 144 scale, while the MG has 100 scale. The price of this model is between 300,000 until 1,000,000 rupiah. Okay, let's go into the next level. The next level is MG or master grade. This model has the inner frame and has the more detailed than the HG version. It has many small parts because of the separation of the frame and armor, so it can be paused due to the inner frame can make this sturdy. In the package, including the decal, there is the dry decal and water installing decal. Usually gunpla builder use this model for making their own model, or we can call it custom Gundam. They combine between 3 or 2 or more models with the same frame, so they combine it being formed to their own Gundam, and we can name it and make the new model of Gundam. So the price starts from 500,000 to 1.5 million rupiah. So the last level of gunpla is perfect grade, or we call it PG. This is the highest level, the highest grade, the biggest, the greatest of gunpla in the gunpla universe. This highest levels gunpla has very many small parts, very good articulation that allow to be posed according the anime stories. So it's very sturdy because it have the good inner frame, the good base in this model. The level of detail, frame and armor is very high. There is the armor part can be moved or formed to another thing, and this model does not require to painting because there is no missing color in this model. So the size of this model is 30 centimeter like this, so this is so big. So it is contains between 16 until 20 runners in the box. The price is starting from 1 million maybe, but I don't know, there is until 6 million or more, but I didn't want to buy it because I didn't have too much money. Okay, it was I have explained you all about the gunpla. So if we want to get the gunpla, where and how we can get it? Yes, of course, if we want to get the gunpla, we must buy it. So where we buy it? We can buy in the toy store or online store, or we can find it in the official website that's selling the gunpla. This I show you the store in one toy store in this city.
If you wanna have some fun, 짭짤한 공기처럼 이 순간이 특별한 행복을 놓치지 마. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Do it all. 날아갈 때 춤추러 가. Hey, let's dance the night away. Let's dance the night away. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, let's go.
Okay, now if there is one of you asks, why do some people like gunpla as their hobby? Okay, as I know, the gunpla in Japan is very famous until spread out to the several countries in this world, until there is the competition of world in terms of assembling gunpla. This competition is called GBWC, or Gundam Builder World Championship. Every participant of this competition must make their own gunpla. They make the custom gunpla by combining 2 or 3 or more of gunpla, and they painted it, repainted, and they change the color, and they make a model, and they make a new name for their gunpla, and who made the best, that is can be winner. Therefore, so many builders of gunpla in this country, maybe in this world, they hope and they want and they struggle to follow this competition. And now I will explain you about assembling or building the gunpla. We call the name of person who assembling the gunpla is builder or gunpla builder. The first time we need for assembling Gundam is tools. This is the tools for assembling gunpla. I will explain you one by one. Okay, the first tool of course is nipper. Nipper is the player for cutting. You can find nipper in the building store. This is this function is for cutting the parts from the runner. The second tool is pen cutter. The function of pen cutter is for tidy up the remaining frame or runner parts in the surface of parts of Gundam parts. The next tool is cutting mat. The cutting mat is the base for cutting. So if we cut the remaining runner parts in the surface of model parts with the pen cutter or pen knife, we cut on the cutting mat. And the next tool is sandpaper or file. This is a very common tools in gunpla, in the Gundam. We can find it in the building store or in gunpla store. We can the function of this tool is for tidy up the surface after we cutting it. So if there is the remaining part, a little part or a broke part, we can tidy up with this sandpaper or file. Okay, the next is Gundam marker. Gundam marker, or we can change it with the drawing pen. This function is for add the detail in the part of Gundam, in the armor. So there is many another tools. We can use it according our creativity, our own creativity. So yes, this is according ourselves. If we have more creativity, we can make it more better and better. By the way, I've bought a new gunpla yesterday, and this gunpla is SD grade or SD level. Okay, here we go. I want to take my new gunpla. Okay, this is my new gunpla. I've bought it in the toy store, and the price of this gunpla is 150,000 rupiah. Okay, after this I will show you when I assembling this gunpla.
If you wanna have some fun, 짭짤한 공기처럼 이 순간의 특별한 행복을 놓치지 마. 1, 2, 3, let's go. do it all. 날아갈 때 춤추러 가. Hey, let's dance the night away. Let's dance the night away. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, let's go. 저 바다도 나 들릴 때 소리 질러. Let's dance the night away. Let's dance the night away. Dance the night away. Let's dance the night away.
Okay, maybe this just for me, and if you find any obstacles and mistake, I apologize for you. I do apologize, and I'm so sorry for every mistake. The last, say wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
도도한 날 웃게 하잖아. 알잖아 요즘 내가 날 보는 시선 너도 느껴봐. 홀린 듯 날 따라와. 모두 환호해. 너도 아닌 척해도 넌 한번 내기를 해볼까. 너무 쉽게 놓지 마. 재미없잖아. 거기서 밀고 당겨볼까. 시작할게 bad boy down. 지금부터 bad boy down. 잠깐 이리 와봐. 너에게만 할 말이 있어. 가까이 좀 와. 고개 숙여 귀를 낮춰봐. 다른 건 신경 쓰지 마. 내 목소리에 집중해. 상황은 좀 달라져. 주위를 맴도는 내가 궁금해. 너도 알게 될 거야. 알 거야. 이미 늦어버렸단 걸. 맞아.